What is up, guys? My name is Greg, and I'm a digital artist. If this is your first time tuning into my channel, no problem. I usually talk about the art in Magic, the odd, the unique, the beautiful card art that we've seen for the almost 30 years of this game. But today, I'm going to be cracking packs in Dominaria. Later on today, I'll actually be cracking open a box, which I'm extremely excited about. But for now, I have this absolutely beautiful array of packs. Set booster here, and I got my pre-release all set and ready to go. So without further ado, let's get cracking. So I'm going to start with opening up this Mamma Jamma. Beautiful. I'm really hoping to get some of those stained glass lands. It's so beautiful. So let's open this up. We got a beautiful dice. They seem to all be blue lately. Oh, very nice. Got a gold pain land. Beautiful. Beautiful. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 draft boosters and a set booster. So let's crack these guys first, and we'll do the set booster last. Ooh, I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this set for a while. All right. Pack number 1. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I wonder how they have these set up. Okay, yeah. In the front. Oh, bone splinters. This is one of my favorite arts. With the exception of the stained glass art that we get, this is one of my favorite arts that I've seen in this entire set. Absolutely beautiful bone splinters art. As an additional cost to this spell, sacrifice a creature and destroy a target creature. That's awesome at 1 mana. That's just outrageous. Negate. Cool art. Heroic charge. Colossal growth. Jaya's Fernando. You know, you get this huge red tornado, and of course just this one little bit of white of this creature person. Gibbering Barricade, a Nightmare Wall. I feel like I've seen the Magic Historian open this exact pack. Shore Up, Flossstone. Nice. Forest Island. This is going to enter the battlefield tapped, but it's nice because if you need to search for a forest, you could actually draw this card. Oh, and there goes my dogs crying. Phyrexian Horse. When this enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Good old Phyrexian Horse. Slimefoot Survey. You're okay. And my dog's crying. Ooh, Rith. Liberated Primeval. Other dragons you control have Ward 2. Very nice. Ooh, a Merfolk token too? Look at that art. Wow. Pindursky. Beautiful, beautiful art. I'm really glad on this first pack we crack a mythic. Very nice. Let me get my dog water. If you ever hear the pitter-patter of dog paws, or you hear a dog drinking in the background, it's one of my 2 dogs. This is my pug, Norman. Absolutely awesome first draws. Beautiful art. Some of my favorite arts already. I'm really looking forward to opening some more packs. Beauty. Pack number 2. Ooh, Toxic Abomination. This gives me like Stranger Things vibes, like the Demogorgon, where it sort of opens its mouth. Ugh. When it enters the battlefield, you lose 2 life. As a 3/2, yeah, it's a Phyrexian zombie though. That's pretty neat. I like Impulse. That's a card I like a lot. Take up the shield. Ooh, a plant wall. Defender, when it enters the battlefield, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest onto the bottom of your library in a random order. That's pretty nice. Nice to have a scry ability in a red card. You don't see that too often. Shadow Prophecy. I like this card too. Ooh, there's an Island Swamp. Very nice. Lightning Strike. Now, there's no Lightning Bolt, but we'll take it. Phyrexian Horror. When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. I do like that, though. I mean, I don't like losing 1 life, but to be able to draw a card every time you play a creature, it's not bad. Like every time you play that creature, that is. Nice. We're into these uncommons. Here we go. Pumping up my bird tribal. The Wingmantle Chaplain. Oh, nice. Whenever another creature you control dies, draw a card if it was attacking. Otherwise, this guy will deal 1 damage to each opponent. Ooh. That's pretty nice. And then a beautiful art. Ooh, and we get a rare merfolk. Other merfolk you control get 1/1. Sacrifice a merfolk, counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 1. Nice. I do have a merfolk tribal deck. I am fired up to add this to it. Ooh, Shore Up in the foil. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains hexproof until the end of the turn. Untap it. Very nice. Ooh, and of course, a beautiful mountain and an awesome insect creature token. Yeah. Magali Velinov has done an absolutely beautiful job with these lands. I am blown away by their work. Very nice. Very nice. I'm haven't been disappointed by a pack yet. Pack number 3. Yes, the Ape Warrior. Look at this guy carrying a Phyrexian spine in his hand. Absolutely beautiful. That's an angry ape, though. He's not pleased. Another Bone Splinters. I like it. Very nice. Another Negate. Okay. See, okay, so we went in our very first pack. Let me just not to stall this out. We went Bone Splinters, Negate, Heroic Charge. And in pack number 1, it was the exact same thing in the exact same order. Or it's the exact same thing in the exact same order. Bone Splinters, Negate, Heroic Charge. Oh, and Colossal Growth. Let's see if it goes Colossal Growth and Jaya's Fire Nando. Heroic Charge, Colossal Growth, Jaya's Fire Nando. Flossstone Infusion. Now, okay, now we're into different cards. Huh. Meteorite. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to any target, and then you can add 1 mana of any color. For 5 mana, though, that's steep. Idyllic Beachfront. I like that. Tornado Geyser, so you can kick it, and then return target creature to its owner's hand, draw a card. If the spell is kicked, you gain 3 life. Very nice. A Skeleton Warrior. Cult Conscript enters the battlefield tapped. Return it from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only if a non-skeleton creature died under your control this turn. Huh. Yeah, Strength of Coalition. Oh, we got our Elf Scout here. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the total number of basic land types among lands you control. Put up to 1 of them on top of your library, and the rest on the bottom, in a random order. Then, if there are 5 basic land types among lands you control, draw a card. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I feel like, especially with the pre-cons, they're really, really pushing the 5-color decks or the multicolor decks. So this could be cool. I don't think I would run it as a commander, but it's pretty neat. I do really like this Elf Druid. Add 1 mana of any color for 2. It's a 1/3, so at least it's not just going to get like pinged off as a 1/1. I don't know about its ability of, turning lands into elemental creatures. But yeah, that is pretty cool. And then your basic land and soldier. Okay. Let's check out our next pack. Oh, our Ape Warrior wants to make another appearance. Pack number 4. Snare Spinner. Enthrall to the Pit. can give it 1/1 until the end of the turn. A Flying Shade. Tide Pool Turtle. Yes. A nice turtle that lets you scry 1. Yeah, scry 1 for 3 though. I mean, I would soon rather just get the I would soon rather just use the starfish that you can tap and scry 1. I mean, I guess you can scry 1 multiple times by like paying this, but upon first glance, I thought I could run it in my Elminster deck, but it doesn't look like it. At 4 mana and 3 mana to scry 1, it might not be worth it. Artillery Blast. Very nice. Sunlit Marsh. Very cool. We're getting sort of a wide variety of these different ones now. I really like this art. How beautiful it is. You know, we get this sort of rocky, mountainous area, and then all of a sudden we have these beautiful pinks and greens and yellows. That's gorgeous. An Orc Knight. When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. We're getting into some soldier cards here. Oh, we'll get another land. Phyrexian Human. Whenever a creature you control dies, scry 1. Oh, nice. Ooh, a Goblin Druid. When it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, search your library for a land card with a basic land type, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. That's cool. And you can sack a land and draw a card. Interesting. I can understand that being used in a red-green deck. You know, if you have a bunch of forests, you can just like sack one and draw a card. That's pretty neat. Menace, Knight of the Dusk Shadow. Very cool. Elf Warrior in this beautiful stained glass art. Whenever Radha Coalition Warlord becomes tapped, another target creature you control gets +X/+X until the end of the turn, where X is the number of basic land types among lands you control. So once again, really pushing for that multicolored deck. Other elves you control get +1/+1. Whenever you cast an elf spell, you may pay 1 green mana if you do draw a card. I gotta figure that this card is probably worth a bit for Lathril decks. Yes! And we finally get our first foil stained glass art. Absolutely beautiful. I saw on the websites that I usually order my cards from, I saw that these were going for like almost $3, $3.50. It's crazy, but I can understand why. It really does resemble that of stained glass. Beautiful. Very nice cracking. Very nice cracking of packs. Moving on. Pack number 5. Tolarian Terror. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard. And it's got ward too. Okay. It's pretty neat. Benelish Sleeper. I feel like we've already opened one of those. Yeah, we got that plant wall. Deals damage equal to... Whenever it enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal... Whenever it enters the battlefield, it deals damage to each opponent equal to the number of basic land types among lands you control. So once again, pumping up those multicolored decks. There's our Phyrexian Zombie. Impulse again. Ooh, Bog Badger. A new Badger. I was just chatting with a buddy of mine. He'll actually be cracking open that box with me today. And we were saying, I guess there's only 7 Badgers that have ever been printed in Magic. I don't know if now this means there's been 8. But that's pretty crazy. Badger Tribal is slacking right now. Ooh, yes. Now this is going into the Elminster deck. When it enters the battlefield, scry 1. It taps for a gray. You can pay 1, tap it, and add 1 mana of any color. Absolutely awesome. Perfect Phyrexian. Espionage. Scout the Wilderness. You may cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value 1 or 2 from your hand without paying its mana cost. Target player mills 4 cards and then exile target instant or sorcery from your graveyard. Copy it. You may cast the copy. Very cool. A Dragon Whelp. Nice. And it's a 2/3 flyer for 4, but when it enters the battlefield, it's a 2/3 dragon for 4. It's got flying. You can pay 1 mountain, and you get +1 until the end of the turn. If it has been activated 4 or more times this turn, you sacrifice it at the beginning of your next end step. So you can like pump it up just to do a bunch of damage, I guess, and then call it a day, but a tad expensive. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, each opponent loses 1 life. Now we're talking. You may cast this card from your graveyard by discarding 2 cards in addition to paying its other costs. So kind of cool. Ooh, a Phyrexian Kavu. So first strike, as an additional cost to this, to cast red permanent spells, you may pay 2 life. Those spells cost 1 mountain less to cast if you paid life this way. This effect reduces only the amount of red mana you pay. Whenever you cast a red permanent spell, this card deals 1 damage to any target. Cool. I might have to create like a burn deck. A forest. Ooh, and an ornithopter. Very nice. We got one last draft pack here before we open up our set booster, and then we're done. Aw, sad. Pack number 6. Money, money, money. Let's get that big mythic Phyrexian. Deal damage for every card drawn. Deal opponents damage for every card drawn. Artillery Blast. We have seen that. Land of War Stalker. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, this guy will get +1. Very nice. There's our Ape, our Bone Splitter, our Negate, our Heroic. Yep. So once again, these guys seem to always be linked in 3s. Sacred Peaks. There's our other Bog Badger. Oh, there's another Sunlit Marsh. Beautiful. Phyrexian Espionage. Twin Inferno. This is new. When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Target creature you control gains double strike until the end of the turn. So you can choose one of them for 2 mana. That's kind of cool. Maybe that'll go in my on Hello deck. Tail Swipe. Very cool. Ooh. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/1 white soldier token. Very nice. Tad expensive. At 5 mana for a 3/3 flyer. Yeah. Ooh, very nice. Leyline Binding with Flash. So this spell costs 1 less to cast for each basic land type among lands you control. When it enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until this card leaves the battlefield. Very nice. And we got a Swamp. Ooh, and we got a Phyrexian token. That's a very nice Phyrexian token. So, I mean, kind of sad. We only ended up with one of our stained glass, and we ended up with the 1 foil as well. That was really nice, actually. So only two of the special lands, but that's all right. We got one more pack to crack. Fingers crossed. This is a set booster, so I got a feeling we're going to see some more legendaries, perhaps some more of the stained glass art cards too. Fingers crossed. Token in the back, land in the front. We'll do this from the front then, because there's a land in the front. So Swamp. When it enters the battlefield, okay, Citizen's Arrest. Yeah, I have seen that. Negate. At least Negate isn't partnered up with whatever the other white card was that was there. At least this is a different white card. Battle Rage Blessing. Target creature gains Death Touch and Indestructible until the end of the turn. I really like that. As a 2 cost, just to be able to give something Death Touch and Indestructible. So something's coming at you and you just flash in basically at instant speed. You throw in this spell. Death Touch. Done. Indestructible. Can't die. Wipe that creature out. Very nice. There's a legendary. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may tap 2 untapped creatures you control. If you do, draw a card. And then creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain vigilance until the end of the turn. That costs 5 mana, though. Jeez. That's a lot. Nice if you're running soldiers. You can just tap a bunch of them out and start drawing cards. Relic of the Legends. You can tap it for 1 mana of any color, and then tap an untapped legendary you control and add 1 mana of any color. That's pretty cool. Yes, we've already seen the founding of the 3rd path. Choking Miasma. If this spell is kicked, put a 1/1 counter on a creature you control, and then all creatures get -2/2 until the end of the turn. So kind of a quick fix. Yes! Spawn of Turg. Yerg, Spawn of Turg. This is the best. A frog beast, frog tribal. Let's go. Its power and toughness is equal to the, its power is equal to the number of lands in your graveyard. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into your graveyard. Sacrifice a land, you gain 2 life. Very nice. And then we have Erbog Lergyoff. Apologies if I pronounced that wrong. As it enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards for each time it was kicked. Its power is equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard, and its toughness is equal to that number +1. So nice. So it would be good in a mill deck. It might be partnered up a little bit with Spawn of Turg here, allowing us to mill some cards. Potentially we'll get some lands in there, and we'll be able to boost up our Yerg. Finally, we have an automatic librarian. When it enters the battlefield, you scry 2. Very nice. Oh, and a beautiful bird token. Awesome. Well, that's it, guys. We got 1 mythic, a couple of really nice rares, 1 foil of the stained glass land, and another regular stained glass land. Thanks so much for watching. I'm excited to crack open that box later today, and I'm excited to share that with you as well. If there's any card art that you would like to see me talk about on my channel, be sure to comment below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you later.